If you smell what The Rock is cooking. I can be so lame when I want to be. Rampage. Finally got a chance to see Rampage, and I kind of cheated. I did watch some reviews on it before I watched it, and it was kind of lukewarm, but I said, you know what, I'm not going to let that influence me. That's why I don't like watching reviews before I do my own review, because, you know, it's still lingering in the back of my mind. But still, I went into this movie with an open mind, and I do agree with what a lot of them said, and my own opinion on it was that I enjoyed this movie. All right, I really did enjoy it. But I really enjoyed the last act of the movie. Like the last 20 minutes of this movie was off the chain. Up until that point, I'll put it this way. If I watch this on Blu-ray, if I watch this again, I will fast forward to the end part. I won't even watch the rest of it, because to be honest with you, the movie as a whole was not really interesting. Like, I didn't care about all the science stuff that you know, how these animals came to be and all this and that or whatever, and you know, I didn't care about all that. Like, I honestly wasn't really following the plot. I just want to see these creatures fuck some shit up, and that's what I got at the end. And by the way, the CG on these creatures looked incredible. Like the alligator, well, not the alligator, the crocodile, like that thing was like monstrous. Like that was on some Godzilla type stuff like that. That thing looked incredible. And even the CG on the gorilla, on George, I thought like the CG overall was good. The wolf was a little suspect. The CG on the wolf was a little, but it was still alright though, man. You know what I'm saying? And The Rock also. The Rock plays The Rock as always. He's superhuman. The guy can get shot. He can get thrown out of stuff, and just he can take on a big giant crocodile the size of a city with his partner George, right? And just tag team it. You know what I mean? So yeah, The Rock once again is superhuman, but you know, he's The Rock. He's likable in everything that he's in. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is definitely typecast now, because that performance, like, it had Negan written all over it. Like, no matter what now, I just see Negan. As far as video game movies go, I'll say it's probably the best video game adaptation since Mortal Kombat. To me, Mortal Kombat is still the king, but Rampage is definitely better than the rest, like Super Mario Brothers and the Tomb Raider movies. And I haven't seen the new Tomb Raider movie, so I can't speak on that one. But everything else, Rampage is definitely, like, because it was quality made. Like, it was good production, good performances, good CG, good action. You know, it kind of followed the video game somewhat, but it did differ from it. But it was a good time. I did enjoy myself, and I'll say, as far as video game movies go, this, I'm not gonna say it broke the curse, but it definitely gives hope now for more quality video game movies to be made. I did like the character dynamic between George and The Rock. I thought their chemistry was good together. I believed it, even though George is a CGI character. But him and The Rock worked so well together. The chemistry was good, and I liked their relationship. It gave a lot of heart to the movie, and that was one of the highlights of the film. That's what kind of really kept me interested in the film, was the fact that The Rock was trying to help his partner George out. But the one thing I'll say, man, The Rock kind of got George messed up a lot of times, because, you know, when George started going through the changes and getting bigger and shit and started, you know, rampaging out, The Rock would call himself trying to help him and calm him down. But if you notice, every time The Rock would calm him down, somebody would try to shoot George and, like, try to fuck George up, you know? So if I'm George, I'm like, dude, get out of the way, because every time you try to calm me down, I end up getting hurt. You know what I mean? Also, I find it kind of funny how this stuff that transforms these creatures into these things, right? To, you know, to these bigger monsters. George was a lot smaller than the rest of them. Like, I don't know if he got a smaller dose of it than the other two, but it's like with the crocodile. Like, the crocodile, you could tell, was mixed with other animals or whatever, and he was like monstrous. And the wolf had wings like a bat, and he had spikes coming out of his tail. So both of those creatures were like modified and mutated and just significantly larger, whereas George was just a little bit bigger than he was before he sniffed the shit. I'm gonna give this movie, I'm gonna give Rampage a B-, and that's only because the rest of the movie was not interesting, but that last 20 minutes was off the chain. So that's my grade, y'all. That's what I give it, B-, man. Have y'all seen Rampage? What do y'all think? Does this movie open up more opportunities for more quality video game movies to get made? What are your thoughts? Comment below, comment freely. Thank you for watching. As always, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.